everybody, it is Rachel and I am here with a video. I am working on putting together the top center section. I've been doing my glue basting. I've actually been doing it for a little while, and I took some videos that I'm going to show after this intro in fast motion for you. And it has been quite a project. I learned a couple things. So what I did in the first section was the top right section is I tried to use any extra fabric I had that was used in the other sections. I tried to make those pieces ahead of time so that it would be a little bit less work the next time, and that worked out great, except for the fact that I didn't mark down. So like if I made something with this orange fabric and say I needed 10 pieces but I could only get 8 out, so I still needed to make 2 more, I didn't mark that down, and so it made it a little bit confusing about how many I needed for each one once I got that next fabric, if that kind of makes sense. So for instance, this purple green fabric, no, that wasn't it, sorry. Those were my mistakes. So this hexy fabric, I ended up cutting 3 extra diamonds and an extra hexy because I didn't account for the fact that I had already cut some, and so I just used the pattern for the full amount that I needed, and I ended up with extra. So not a huge deal. I do have a plan for using I have actually a few extra pieces that I've accidentally made. Either they were done wrong or just extra ones. And I do have a plan, I think, for my border that's going to involve extra tumbling blocks, so those will probably get used for that. But what I did when I was doing this section is, as I went through, number one, I double checked all the colors to see if I'd already cut some. So that was a little bit more work because I had to go back and double check all that. And then as I cut things, if I didn't finish all of the pieces in the quilt, so for instance I needed 2 more once the next fabric comes in, I made sure to mark that down on the pattern. So I don't know, it was like a little bit more work. So like for instance on this Cajun, you can see this Cajun here, I still need 3 pieces, so I marked down that I need 3. And then all the ones that are completely done, I put a little dot, and those are completely cut out for the whole entire quilt. So even if I get more fabric of that, I don't need it, and I can just keep it for my own reserves and to make another project in the future. So that was kind of a little bit more work on this particular section, but now that I'm actually marking what I need, it should be a little easier for future sections going through. And other than that, it's pretty straightforward, pretty similar to the last section that I did. All I'm doing is, so what I did last time is I marked, so if I had extra, like say this one I actually made with the last section, I put a little dot that it was done. So what I did is I went through and I just found anywhere, so I'm towards the bottom now, that didn't have a dot. So like these is what I'm working on next. That's the yellow I'm working on, and they don't have a dot, so I went through and I cut out as many twinkles as I could. I actually couldn't cut them all, so again I'm going to mark on that page what I still need, so when I get this fabric again I can cut the rest. But as soon as I mark these, so like for instance this one will be J11, I'll just show you real quick. So it'll be J11 top is that one, and then you can see on my pattern J11, and this is the top side, and so all I'm going to do is put a little dot, and that means that one is now done. And so I do that, so these I will be able to carry over into other sections, so I'll do that in the other sections so that I know it's already cut for me. And so it's just kind of like a puzzle. That's kind of the fun part about this particular quilt. The actual blocks are really not that difficult. The tumbling block is super easy, and then even the special blocks really aren't that hard to put together. The hardest part is keeping track of everything, organizing yourself, and looking at it like you're piecing a puzzle together. I think that is just so much fun. I love puzzles. Actually, I don't usually do them because I don't know what to do with them after they're done. So this is kind of like a puzzle that can be used for something, which is awesome. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work. I tried to record at least a few sessions of me basting. I didn't record it all because this video would probably be 6 hours long, even on fast motion. but I did do some. I know it's fun to watch, kind of relaxing to watch the basting process. So I will go ahead and link to those after this intro here. And once I'm all done, I'll spread everything out, but you can kind of see so these are all extras that are going to go into future sections. Then I have a few here that are for this section that I'm still finishing up. So it's a good bit of work going into it for this part of it. And every section is just going to be a lot of work because there's so many fabrics and so many different, even though I'm doing some ahead, I'm really only hitting like a small portion of each future section, because like the next section I get into is going to be a lot of blues, and there really were no blues here, so that's going to be all new. So it is a lot of work. It's a lot of time spent doing this quilt, but hopefully it'll be worth it in the end. So make sure you check out all my other videos on this particular quilt, Tumbling Cosmos, and make sure you like this video and any other videos that we have so that YouTube knows that you guys are enjoying this content. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, be sure to do so, as I do post these videos pretty sporadically, so that'll help Facebook tell you when, or not Facebook, YouTube tell you when I do post a new video. And as usual, if you have any questions about the process or need some tips or ideas, please feel free to comment below this video, and I'm always happy to give you some ideas or some tips or share where you are in the process. I love hearing where you guys are in your EPP journey or your journey with Tumbling Cosmos specifically. So definitely leave me a comment about that. And yeah, hopefully you like this video, and I'm going to try to get some more general EPP videos out as well, so be on the lookout for that. And I hope everybody has a great day and enjoys watching me do some basting. Bye everybody. Okay, so I just wanted to jump in here real quick before we show the fast motion of the basting. As I was finishing up the basting, I did find one mistake in the pattern. So blocks L6 and K7 have these stripes, and on the printed pattern, it actually shows the stripes going horizontal, so up and down on the piece. And that is not correct. I did look at the original quilt just to make sure, but every single stripe that's in the quilt goes horizontal, not vertical. So it just stood out to me as weird that just 2 in the entire quilt would be vertical. So I did go online and just double check against the actual quilt, and that was a mistake in the printed pattern. So for these two, you just want to make sure that your stripes go horizontal, just like every other stripe in the quilt. And if you're having trouble with stripes, I do have a video for that. Or if you're not really caring which way they go, some people are just going with it. If they do them wrong, then obviously you don't have to worry about it for these particular blocks. But if you are trying to match the original as best as possible, you do want these to go horizontal. It kind of just goes with the flow of the block, which is the reason why they were all done that way. So just wanted to pop in and let you know that, and we will get to some fast motion basting. Thanks everybody. I just wanted to pop in at the end of this video and just show you all of this beautiful fabric. This is all the fabric that's left over after cutting the first 2 sections. I'm so excited to have this much fabric left and be able to use it for another project. And I did sort it by the order that's in the pattern, so that way I can know which fabric is which pretty quickly and easily. So these are all in order from what the pattern says, all the fabrics that are needed. And as I get each section for the block of the month, I will just continue to add to the pile. But I personally love that we get so much extra fabric with these blocks of the month, because I'm not a big fabric buyer, not good at coordinating fabrics, and I love Tula Pink, and this is my first time. Queen of Diamonds was the first one, this is my second one with her, and so it gives me lots of cool fabric to work with. So just wanted to pop in and show you that. Now that I'm all done basting, I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing my basting in fast motion. And let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, or ideas, or want to share your project. I would love to see it. Thanks everybody. Bye.